Hey man, I'm bundled up here in Las Vegas. A little chillier here. Certainly not complaining the way things are back in the Northeast. Brian Blessing in Las Vegas. Oddsworthbetting.com featured pick of the day is available to you below this video. And boy, oh boy, oh boy, what a Wednesday we've got. Incredible amount of opportunities offered to you on the wagering board. And the guys at Oddsworth Betting can help you. We're all fired up for Thanksgiving Day, but they're going to help you build that bankroll for Thanksgiving Day and get you ready for your turkey with what's on the board on a Wednesday. Now, how about 13 games in the NBA on the hardwoods? Some of the marquee games. You got the Knicks, who've been giving up points in droves, at Dallas, who scores points in droves. Interesting. Sacramento's at Houston. Little scheduling benefit for the Rockets in this spot as Sacramento plays New Orleans the night before. Indiana's at San Antonio, the get-out game. The Memphis Grizzlies, that lockdown defense going against the Lakers. But if they don't really take the Lakers seriously, it might be one of those few nights where we see Memphis put some points on the board. The NHL's doing the same thing for us. Only one game on Thanksgiving Day. So we've got 9 on ice on a Wednesday night. And there are a lot of good ones. Toronto is at Pittsburgh. They've already played twice this year. So early in the season, third matchup, Penguins swept the first 2 in Toronto. They get the Leafs at home here. Philly at Detroit. That is usually an entertaining game. Philly can score goals. Their special teams are awful. And Detroit is like a hot and cold up and down, but there's still back class there. Rangers, Tampa Bay, interesting. And that's always an interesting matchup now with San Luis with the Rangers and Callahan now with Tampa Bay going against their old mates. Those guys are always fired up, kind of an intense kind of game. Chicago, Colorado, got to love Chicago. They can play any brand of hockey. And then Calgary and San Jose. Don't sleep on this Flames team, off to a great start with improved offense. San Jose, they've been really kind of just nothing more than a 500 hockey club of late, got off to the fast start, but there's just too much talent there for them to stay going at this kind of rate. In college basketball, we get Thanksgiving events. There's one here in Vegas over at the MGM. There's another Thanksgiving tournament over at the Orleans, and these are great opportunities. You want to do your homework, find out who's traveling. It's amazing. You go into these neutral site venues, and all of a sudden you sit there and see, hey, this one team's got 5,000 fans here, and the other team only has 200. It's basically a home game. Forget the neutral court. You have to really do your homework on these holiday tournaments, find out who's traveling, and that's what the guys at Oddsworth Betting do. Something you have to really dig deep, but believe me, it's well worth it because it's worth several points when push comes to shove. Some of the feature games, you got Gonzaga's off to a great start. Mark Few, this team is loaded. Hey, we got the Bulldogs they're playing. How about that? They're playing Georgia, Gonzaga and Georgia, St. John's and Minnesota. That's also on the docket for you on a Wednesday. And of course, now we get ready. And Wednesday's a big day because we know what's going to happen. Thursday's your holiday, so you're likely going to bet the NFL games on Wednesday so you can stay home with the family. And we get it started with Chicago, Detroit, and then Philly and Dallas, and then the get-out game, really, San Francisco, Seattle. Boy, I'll tell you what, if I'm Seattle, I'm not real happy with the NFL. Schedule makers did them no favor. Yeah, they beat Arizona, but to have to play a salty division foe and then go on the road against a division foe, while the Niners got to play the Skins at home. Now, they barely beat them. But they made things an awful lot tougher on Seattle. Loser of this game's got a big problem. It's going to be a great, great Thursday with so much on the line. Frankly, all 3 of these games, certainly it means a lot for Detroit, Philly, Dallas, the NFC East. A lot at stake there. And then Seattle, San Francisco trying to chase down Arizona. But first and foremost, just trying to make the playoffs. It's going to be a great Thanksgiving day of football. But first things first, build your bankroll Wednesday. Tons of games on the board, and we invite you to check out the feature pick of the day below this video from oddsworthbetting.com. Good luck to you on a Wednesday. I'm Brian Blessing in Las Vegas. We'll be back to wish you a happy Thanksgiving tomorrow.